Ugh, what a peaceful day. Nothing could possibly. What? Gobblegum? Gobblegum. Wait, hold on. Hold on. I need to do something. Gobblegum.
Hello.
Gobblegum. 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 They added gobblegum. What? Why did they add gobblegums? Gobblegums?
Hello, Are-
Gobblegums.
Tuxedo,
Gobblegum.
are you there? Uh, Miguel? Miguel?
So the most important thing that I'm interested in for Black Ops 6 having Gobblegum is just how it's going to get implemented. Like, are we going to have armor and shield, and how's that's going to affect with Gobblegums? Like, are we going to get like a salvage Gobblegum? Are we going to get an armor Gobblegum? Just how much are we going to have to spend? Are we going to have to buy it in bundles? Are we going to get like six perkaholics from a bundle, or are we just going to have like a Dr. Monty's factory like the same way it used to be? And that's my biggest concern, I guess, with the Black Ops 6 Gobblegums.
Yeah, and like let's just get this clear, like from the get-go, there's going to be Gobblegum in bundles. Like I bet anything they're going to be in bundles. There's no way Activision is not going to sell them in bundles. But I think the question is whether they're going to put it in a way where Gobblegums aren't ridiculously overpowered, or if they're going to just be like kind of like bonuses. I don't know, but they're going to be in bundles for sure. I have no doubt.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. I think that if it's not Gobblegums in there, we'll definitely have like a liquid divinium, or it'd either be something like that. But
Yeah.
the only thing that makes me question if they would do that is we did see in the Vault edition, we actually just get Gobblegum straight up. So maybe that is just like what it's going to be in the bundles. It's just going to be straight Gobblegum, and that's what we get, which is concerning because Activision loves their microtransactions. So I honestly think that either this is going to go really good by adding Gobblegums back, or it's going to go really bad. But we're here to talk about the good today. So and the potential of it. So I think we should talk about first of all how iconic, right? Gobblegums are very iconic at this point, which is crazy because Black Ops 3 is almost 8 years. Is it 8 or almost 9? And like that,
Nine, actually. Yeah, it's gonna be nine
yeah,
this year.
that's crazy. Like that is considered like a nostalgic game at this point. And like it the same amount as old as like when we were playing like Black Ops when we were playing Black Ops 3. World at War was like how old was World at War? World at War was like probably 8, 9 at that time, right?
Yeah, it was like 7, 8 years. Yeah,
That is insane. But yeah, they really are iconic, and I mean they make the game just more like replayable and they're fun to use. So I'm really excited about that.
yeah. Whether people want to admit it or not, Gobblegum against three zombies. I don't think anyone can really disagree that Gobblegums were the biggest addition to that game, like hands down. Every DLC we got, everyone was looking like, "What are we getting for new Gobblegum?" And then DLC 4 just gave us the best broken abilities in zombies history. So Gobblegums are super iconic.
One of my biggest problems that I had with Cold War was the fact that I feel like there's no real personality to like any of the maps or just the game in general. But like the fact that we're gonna get Gobblegums in itself is personality, right? Like just they're all each unique and they have like their own different abilities, and it adds like like a third thing. Like you get your perks and you get your guns, but now you get Gobblegum on top of that, and that's just something that I really love to see. There's a lot of things that could go right with Black Ops 6, a lot of things that could go bad, but there's also a lot of things that could go right. And I'm hoping it'll go good, even if I don't know how good my chances are.
Yeah, I'm not. I've always loved Gobblegum and elixirs and all that stuff, so I think it'll be just a great thing to have when we are sorely lacking personality in the last zombie games, like very much so. Even Gobblegums I'll take if it gives us just some personality.
So, what do you think about how they could do this new system? Like, how would it work? Or for one, is it going to be like a Dr. Monty's factory, or it's going to work how it worked in Black Ops 3, or maybe something in the middle, maybe something else entirely like that we've never seen? Hopefully, it's not like a COD points converter. Yeah, that would suck. If it was just like only COD points, you can only buy them. That would be bad. But
That
what do you
scares
think?
me.
What do you think the new system should be? Not what do you think they'll do. What do you think it should be? That would be like the perfect way to do it.
I never had a problem with Divinium, but they just need to make better ways to earn it. Like they definitely need to have like contracts in Cold War give you XP and like that, like nobody cares. Nobody cares about XP, especially with prestige mode gone. Like nobody gives a shit. So maybe they could just turn contracts and give you Divinium, and they could use that to get Gobblegum. I think that would be fine. They just need to give you more ways to earn it instead of playing for like 20 rounds and getting two. Just let contracts do that. Contracts shouldn't just give you XP. Nobody gives a shit about XP. If prestige mode is not in Black Ops 6, no one's going to care about contracts, plain and simple. So I think they'll let you do contracts to get Divinium, and I think Divinium is going to be the system in one way or another. But that's just me. I thought that system was fine.
I agree. I think if we did contracts, it'd be easier, like, and easier to get them. I also think what we should do is kind of take what Cold War did and like, you know how you get the ether crystals after you did an Easter egg or after you exfilled? If exfil and like getting them after Easter eggs returns, maybe you get like liquid. We'll just call them liquid diviniums. It'll probably be something different, but maybe you get those liquid diviniums like after the game or after you exfil or whatever, and then you can use that. Depending on how I round, to spin the box. So you'll get it for buying doors and all that, but you'll also get it from that. You also get it from doing the Easter egg. Maybe you'll get it from like doing challenges in game, like contracts, like you said. I think something like that would work really well, and like that's what I think is very very important because the way they implement it is what's going to define if it's good or not.
Yeah, if it's locked behind grinding endless rounds to get one or two, then it's just going to be the same problem that Black Ops 3 had, which is why they had to buff it. And then even BO3 let you do contracts to get Divinium, if I'm correct. You could get
Yep.
a daily contract and give you Divinium,
Yep.
and it only gave you one, but like that's still more than Cold War gave you for completing 50 rounds. You get nothing.
It is honestly crazy that we're coming to a point where I remember when Gobblegums were first coming out, like people hated it, the idea, because it was microtransactions, and microtransactions were just like, no, no, we don't like this at all. Get it out of my sight. And now it's like everyone's excited for it because everyone just loves Gobblegum so much. I mean, I'm sure there's some people who don't really like it, but there's always the option not to use it. That's what I always loved about Gobblegum. There's always the choice not to use it. If you compare that to something like Cold War with like, upgrading your weapon with or like choosing a class, like you have to choose a class, right? There's no way around it. Like you have to choose a gun, you have to go upgrade your gun, you have to do all these things. And I just hope that the way they make Gobblegum is kind of the same way, where it's an optional thing. You go find a Gobblegum machine around the map, you hit it. Maybe it'll be 1 through 5. Maybe they'll do it different. Maybe a 1 through 4 this time. I honestly don't care, but I just care that they put the time and they actually try to implement it correctly, and they actually play test it. Unlike Vanguard, which that was not a tested game. I was not tested.
Yeah, or Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, where you literally cannot play solo because they removed the pause button from the game.
Like why? Like why? It wasn't even in Vanguard either.
Yeah, no, it was in Vanguard, but after patch, and it didn't pause the game. It just made it so the zombies didn't attack you. Like it's not even a real pause button.
If so, you've seen the picture, right? There are red gobblegums now. And back then, one of the things we always saw were red gobblegums, and they were always like teased. And a lot of people thought it was going to be kind of like a teddy bear for the gobblegum machine. Because remember when the game first came out, it was only one gobblegum machine had the gobbles, I guess.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
people were saying it was going to be something like that, where it's a teddy bear, but I don't think it's going to be that with this because it's being advertised as like Gobblegums on the Vault Edition, which means something you want to have, you want to buy. You don't want to buy a teddy bear Gobblegum, right? So red is interesting, and I'm not sure what that's going to be. If everything stays the same, and orange is instant, uh, green is time based, blue is round based, and what was the last one?
Green was for limited time.
You take all those, and but I'm just wondering what red is going to be. If everything's the same, it could be different, and I know that. But if everything's the same, what could red actually be?
That's a good question. I didn't even think about that because I just thought it was gonna be like a redesign, to have red in the Dark Ether since Vanguard I think did red and Modern Warfare 3 is doing like kind of red. Maybe it's kind of like maybe I'll use like the elixir thing where if you have it you can like keep it in your back pocket for later. So I don't know. That's so weird. Maybe it's like it can't be if something happens because that's for the yellow gobblegums, I think. It instant activation or if you go down then this happens. Yeah, that's a good question. I didn't even think about that. The red gobblegums could just be just a redesign because I have the picture pulled up here and it has the same like design as the orange ones and the orange ones are instant. So maybe red is just the new purple. I don't know, but do you think it has like a major effect on the Gobblegum?
So that's my question, right? Because yeah, I also have it pulled up too, and it's not even so the only ones we see are red and orange, right? But they are a little different. So there's the paintball colored one where it's like, sprinkled on with paint on the red. Then we have the orange and like white striped ones. There's the red and white striped ones. But to be fair, I do think there were gobblegums like that in the Black Ops 3. I wonder though, because it could just be a redesign, right? That's definitely possible. But I don't know. I kind of feel like it would be a weird thing to do, especially since everyone's used to it. But then again, it's Treyarch, so you never know. Because personally, I don't even know what else they could do because we have a time base, we have a round base, we have pawn activation, we have instant. Maybe it's like a gobblegum you can upgrade. So like maybe it's a gobblegum where it's kind of similar to like the Black Ops 4 specialist, where like maybe it's like we'll say it kind of works like a fireball, right? And when you shoot the fireball, it'll be at level 1, and then you get kills with it, and then the gobblegum will upgrade to level 2, and then you get more kills with it at level 3, and then it gets to level 4, and then maybe it's like a really big like burst of fire or something. So maybe it'll be like upgradable gobblegums. That would be an interesting idea, and they never did anything like that with gobblegum, at least to my knowledge.
Yeah, that could be an interesting idea too because I'm looking at the I can see a red Gobblegum with no paint and I can see an orange one with no paint. So those are supposed to be classics, I think, since the megas start with the paintball job.
Right.
So you could be right because what I could see them doing is having red gobblegums be ones that are slightly underpowered, but if you upgrade it, it will be stronger than other ones. But then how would you like how would you sell it? How would you make it a mega though? Because if you make it so you can upgrade it, then you would just run that and not something else that's gonna be stagnant. Like if Soda Fountain was a red gobblegum and you upgraded it, it would give you like it would give you two perks per perk purchase. Why would you run Perkaholic if you could just run Soda Fountain? Maybe. I have no idea. Especially if they're gonna sell it in a COD shop, then like there's no point in having rarities because you can literally just go buy it. But this is not a negative video, but it's tough because it has the same rarities too. It has the same paint as the orange, so maybe it's not like a color difference anymore. Maybe it's just for aesthetics. But in the Black Ops 3 trailer, it showed red gobblegum, but in the final game, we got everything but red. So
Right.
I don't know.
I think that the red one we saw that was red in the Goblin Machine trailer, I think that was going to be like a teddy bear kind of thing for the Gobblegum Machine. But they changed that system, and I think they decided not to do it. And so, but now if they're selling red, so the one thing I could say is this is I could be wrong, but this is a leaked photo, right? This isn't like put out officially by Treyarch.
Yeah.
Okay, so if this is a leak picture, technically this could mean this isn't even the final design, and maybe like it's kind of a placeholder for now, because if you notice they kind of just repeat, like it's just a solid color, and then it's a stripe, and then it's a paintball, and then it's a solid color, then it's a stripe, then it's a paintball. And so maybe it's just like a placeholder, and maybe they don't actually really have any meaning to them. They just put like random gums in there because there's obviously no like face on it. Usually goblins will have like a face on it, like what they are and stuff. So maybe it's different. And I'm assuming that when this releases, we'll see like Treyarch actually puts this out themselves. It'll say what exactly we're getting. Like because when you're able to buy it, they have to tell you what you're buying. So it'll probably be like 15 ultra rare gobblegums or something like that. Maybe it's rarity. That could be a thing too, honestly.
Yeah, they might have just done that out of order, but I just read somebody say that red could be based on chance. So you have like a 30% chance to get more power-ups or like you get double the power-ups. You have a higher chance of getting more things, like a chance-based gobblegum. That could be interesting. Like
Oh.
yeah,
So
like you know how some of the elixirs in Black Ops 4 were like you have a 30% chance of reloading and not using ammo from your clip? It could be
yeah.
stuff like that. That's what I
Yeah.
think it actually could be. Somebody just said that on Reddit.
Yeah, that could be it too, and that could take straight from the idea, because like I said already, like because I at least in my opinion, I thought it was gonna be like a teddy bear. So if it's gonna be like a teddy bear, that kind of is like it's a chance. So maybe they're like, okay, so instead of like actually making a teddy bear gobblegum, let's make it the chance gobblegum. That would be interesting. I'm not gonna lie, a chance based gobblegum. That honestly, I like that idea. I think a chance base makes the most sense.
Yeah, that could be it. I think they're going to do that just because they want to bring back some Black Ops 4 stuff. So if they want to bring back Black Ops 4 based abilities, they're going to have to do that because I think a lot of the elixirs in that game were chance based. So I think that's what they're going to do, which is a cool idea too. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, I didn't think about that either. I think that'd be really cool if they did that, and I'd be very interested. Wow, interested to see how that would go. And man, I just hope we get a Dr. Monty's factory kind of thing. It doesn't have to be exactly, but just some system like that. And then I hope that we get a Newton's cookbook and
Yes.
give us contracts for so we can earn them better. Give it after we do the Easter egg. Give us like I don't know. Give us like 10 after we beat the Easter egg. Give us like 10 after we exfil on round 30, like something like that. And it would just add a lot to the mode. And I would love to see that personally. I would love to see something like that. I think that'd be a great addition to the game. It's all stuff they've done too. It's all stuff they've done. They just have to improve on what they've done. And then we can get probably the most perfect Gobblegum system in zombies.
Yeah. And the Gobblegum system was already pretty good in Black Ops 3. It was just that they decided to go apeshit and decided to release the most broken abilities known to man. Treyarch, please do not bring back near death. Please, please, please do not bring that back. Do not bring back that shit, dude. It was actually ridiculous. And that's the only time I could see people complaining about it being pay to win, because if you got near death on solo, you were literally Jesus. But I like to see the chance-based Gobblegum. That's such a interesting idea. I also want to see if they bring it to PC, give us custom Gobblegum, please. You know, like the workshop.
Ooh.
That could be such a cool idea.
If it comes to Steam and it comes on the workshop, we get custom zombies in Black Ops 6, and if we can get custom Gobblegum, that would be so cool.
Yeah, I don't know how they're gonna do that, but it would be just such a like improvement on the workshop BO3 has, which is already like, could
It's
you
really
imagine
good.
creating your own Goblin? Yeah, I have a lot of I think there would be a lot of potential for that, and I know this probably won't happen, but I'd like to see custom zombies come to console. I know it's never gonna happen, but I just want to ask for that.
So the thing is, right, if we get a Black Ops 6 custom zombies, since it's going to be crossplay, that is a possibility because at least with I know it's a little off topic, but with Dying Light, so I don't know if you played Dying Light or not, but Dying Light has custom maps that the community uploads. So whatever the top maps of the week are, Dying Light, like Techland, they'll take it and they will put it on console for players to play. Anybody on PC can play it. It's on Dying Light 1 and Dying Light 2. And Dying Light 1 came out in 2015. So, Treyarch could have done it, but, they're lazy. Um, and then it's also in uh, Arc Survival Ascended, the new one that just came out. There's a bunch of mods on there. There's a bunch of like servers you can get on there, like completely like fan made maps, but it's all compatible with consoles. You upload it on PC, but then you can download it on console and play it yourself. So maybe something like that. I know that's way in the future. That's like after the life cycle of Black Ops 6. But hey, I'm not gonna lie. Having custom maps on console would be amazing. It'd be good for all players, because realistically, I think a majority of players play on console, right?
Yeah,
Especially for
no, it's
zombies.
like no, yeah, it's over 90%. There's no way there's more people on PC than console.
I don't see it. Yeah. So my final thoughts on the potential for this game, to really reintroduce Gobblegums and make it feel like a good addition to the mode. One thing I am really interested in is giving us something like zombies community rewards. Like if we get a certain amount of headshots, I think in Black Ops 3 is like get a million headshots and then you get like these Gobblegums. I want to see something like that return because that was one of my favorite things about like just Black Ops 3. Like the community events were so fun.
Yeah, I mean they've been doing that with camos for Modern Warfare 3. I got a like one they did last season that looks really, really good. I love doing so. I think there's a good chance we'll see it return. Maybe not just for zombies, but for the whole mode. But I love when BO3 did that. Like get 200,000 200 million kills, and you get like one of every gobblegum or something. That was such a nice reward.
It really was. That like honestly one of my favorite things is just community events because it worked. Especially they'd always do it when a new map would launch or like when Chronicles launched, and that was like the best time to do it. And I remember when they did the one with the camos too. Like because I have it still the Horizon Rat camos and the Revelation camo. Like that stuff was really cool. I hope we see more of that.
Yeah, I think we will. I just have to like hope that they do more zombies oriented things instead of like solely Warzone again. because Warzone is starting to affect everything. So just like, please focus on zombies this year. Please give us like zombie oriented stuff.
And since I know a lot can go wrong with this game, I just hope that we get a good Gobblegum system at the very least. And other than that, that's going to be all for this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, go check out Dark Ops' channel. He's going to be doing basically the video like this, but the opposite. And we're just going to talk about everything that could go wrong with it. I'll also be on that video. So if you guys like this video and you want to see like a second part to it, go check out his channel. It'll be in the link in the description. Yeah, if you enjoyed, see you guys in the next one.